Okay, so this is the last video for today, and then whenever I make another video, notice I haven't been making videos in regards to like tarot cards and things like that, because I have a lot of messages to come through and a few other series that I want to talk about and things that I want to come strong about. But if you want a reading from me, you guys know where to catch me. I do my daily readings on Instagram, and I might go back to doing like new moon videos and like birthday readings or whatever, etc. Maybe midsummer, but as of right now I have a lot of things on my plate, and those type of videos I don't want to do. I want the messages to come to me right now, and then for me to provide those messages for you. And then if you guys want readings, if you guys want spell work, I am open and able and available to do so. Okay, so let's see. And happy new moon to everyone. I didn't say that in my last video. And also check out for like announcements and things like that, because I'm always having sales. I have an Instantgo sale using coupon code Venus, but I will talk about that in another video. Maybe tomorrow I'll upload it when I'm not looking so dusty. Anyway, I watched the movie The Avengers. I fucking loved it. I loved it. Why? Because the movie The Avengers allows people, if you got the message, depending on what message you got, to understand that the world, planet Earth, is a globalist. Let me explain myself. The definition of a globalist in a nutshell is that you think about the all, you think about everyone. Essentially, this is what the definition of a globalist is that you think about everyone in the globe, and you think about rules and regulations to better the all. It's not a selfish act. However, the globalists on this planet have taken it upon themselves to be selfish, with pretending to be pretending to be globalists, pretending to be wanting to have the betterment of everyone, and for the betterment of everyone as opposed to the betterment of their own pockets and their own well-being and their own thrones on this planet. Okay, no problem. Kudos to them. However, as a globalist, the world recycles us all the time. That's why we have phases to the planet. That's why we have, I repeat, that's why we have phases to the planet. Like phases to the planet. Like phases of the moon. The planet has phases of her own, okay? That's why we have volcanoes. That's why we have earthquakes. We have a lot of situations going on. A lot of people say that a lot of the situations going on now are man-made. Yes, and some of them are not. I agree. I totally agree. Some of them are man-made, but some of them aren't. However, the world recycles us all the time. Just like the globalists in their mind think that causing chaos can bring them money. Not only get rid of a few energies or harnessing of energies, which they're fascinated with, just like me, which is fine. You can harness energy. If you're a witch, you should be fascinated with harnessing energy. You should be fascinated with alchemy. But anyway, they're fascinated in a very vile way. They don't, in my mind, understand that in nature, or the process of nature, the world recycles people when it's too dense. The world recycles people when there are natural things that need to happen to her. And so because we're in her way, she does not think, oh my God, these people here are so poor, like those people in Guatemala. Oh, those people here are so poor. Let me not erupt this volcano. No, bitch, you're all dying. You're all dying because I need to fart right now with this volcano. That's basically what she said. That's how I see it. I don't see it as like, I might be a little heartless about it because I don't see it as, those poor people. I could have been there. It could have happened to anyone. I see it as replenishing, and whoever has to go goes. And the mind of a lot of people, like certain people say, like call them, traders or the Masons or the globalists of the planet, think this way as well. Some of them think in their own selfish minds. However, To me, the movie Avengers, and why I'm talking about this, but the movie Avengers explains the minds of the globalist in its most powerful way. First of all, Thanos was after the stones, the energy stones, some of which were in this galaxy, others were in other galaxies, etc., etc. Dr. Time, I think that's his name. You would think I know because I'm obsessed with this stuff, but he said something very important. This is the only way. When he was giving him the stone of time, this is the only way. This is the only way. Here you go. This is the only way. He was right. It is the only way. Sometimes we have to give in to nature, and we have to give in to getting rid of a lot of things. And if a lot of things mean people, then so be it, because the earth doesn't replenish itself and think about, oh, I'm getting rid of a lot of people. No, she just replenishes herself. It's the mother nature, and she decides. Even though there were many, many ways in that movie, or many possibilities where Miss Dr. Time, I think I have his name wrong. Put it in the comments. Don't make fun of me. But we're gonna go by that. Dr. Time saw that there were like millions of possibilities of how this could have turned out, but we only won one. And it's by giving up your senses and allowing nature to be. Thanos, at the end, lost it all, lost everything for the cause. He lost everything. Okay? She asked him at the end, she said, did you do it? Did you do it? And he said, yes, I did it. And she asked, what did it cost? And he said everything. He said everything. And that in that moment, I could not feel myself or be more connected to Thanos. I know that he's supposed to be like the evil villain and he wants to get rid of everybody. But if you notice, in most part of the movie, he was doing it not just to have control of time, space, souls, energy, alchemy, the stones. He was doing it to save the world. He was doing, to save the universe. He was doing it to stop poverty, not to stop it, but to bring balance to poverty. So to stop the suffering. He understood what suffering is and what it does to people, and the attachments that we have to life and to the things that we cannot control. And he took it upon his own hands. He took it upon his own hands, just like you see in the tarot cards. Just like you see in the tarot cards, where the hand is in the first card of each suit. So you have the pentacles, you have the wands, and you see the hand of God. Thanos in each moment became God. In every time he came across or took over the stone, he became God. And he said, you know what, this isn't right. I need to be the creator. I need to be the creator of the universe. I need to have the powers and the senses that the divine original being had when it was alone in the ethers, before it dismantled itself into the stones. Because that's the story behind the stones, if you didn't know, is that the divine creator took all the powers and all of his senses and everything and put it into the stones and put it away in different galaxies and gave it away to different parts of the universe. And people did with it as they wished or as they wanted, as they came across the stones or within their power, etc. And that's exactly what's happening. The power that we give to the globalist and their mindset is, as a globalist, is to keep us in control, as opposed to thinking as a globalist like we're going to be free. We're gonna take our power and set them free so that they can have their own rules and regulations, because at the end of the day, everyone has willpower and we use it as we wish. But in that very moment when he said, I lost everything, I understood. And I can relate to him in my story of having to lose every single thing that I ever wanted. having to lose my apartment like 4 years ago. I had to pay. You guys, I just finished paying off debt that my ex-boyfriend left me with, like back in November, December. I just finished paying that shit. I had to take out a loan to pay off a loan. It's crazy, I know, but I had to get rid of all my businesses, like except for Messages from Venus. I had to get rid of my businesses. I had to get rid of my paralegal business. I had to get rid of my job, even though I wanted to like leave my job to my own business. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do that, and I had to do that so that I could gain more knowledge from this current job, more finances, more knowledge from this job, gain more control of my time, gain more control of everything, and just leave everything that wasn't there for me and be free. And I affirmed and confirmed myself free. And I can relate to Thanos, where he lost everything for paradise, for what he wanted. And you don't have to take it by force like Thanos did. You don't have to do that. But just know that sometimes you have to get rid of everything and anything that you thought that you were to be able to recreate yourself. You have to detach yourself. And if that means getting rid of becoming pregnant, having a family, moving out, doing what you have to do, lose everything and recreate your story. If that is what it takes, do it. Because those that are meant to be there, or that will be there because of your sacrifice to either them, to your partner, your sacrifice to your partner's children, your sacrifice to your friends, your sacrifice to the world, and the meaning and the purpose to that means you left behind everything that didn't serve you anymore. You lost everything to gain, how can I say it? You lost everything to gain it. Just it, whatever that it is to you. Lose everything to gain it. And affirm yourself free. And even if you feel like, in a sense, you're like, oh my gosh, like maybe this is wrong. Maybe I should have never done this. I'm losing everything. You didn't lose and will not lose anything, because it is your journey. When Mr. Time said, you know what, this is the only way, just give them what they're asking for, I told myself, at that moment in time, I said, I'm going to give everybody what they're asking for. I'm going to let every single person, quote unquote, get away with things in my life and the control in my life. People not wanting to pay for their karma, not wanting to pay for their dues. It's fine. I'm going to allow people to... I hope that didn't stop my video, but I'm going to repeat it again because I have 10% on my battery. But I was going to allow people to, quote unquote, get away with everything or not pay their karma, because at the end of the day, one day you will meet your creator. I should be laughing last because this isn't the last you've heard of me, but I should wait to laugh, but it's funny, it's hilarious. One day they will meet their creator. People that have done you wrong, lose it. Lose the control of wanting to get back at them, to wanting to win at all costs, because that you will lose yourself, as opposed to losing everything and gaining yourself and gaining your freedom. Because everything that's supposed to be there for you is going to be there for you regardless, because it's yours, because you want it, because no one takes anything away from anybody that belonged to them. And this brings me to me talking about, or me talking to, like, I know my children, or the energies or the entities of my children. I said, listen, and that's the moment where I told myself, I'm not going to procreate myself at this very moment in time, because everything that people were fighting for never could have possibly belonged to me if it was taken away so easily. It didn't belong to me. It didn't belong to my children. It didn't belong to any of my seeds. So there has to be something more, I told myself. So I'm going to lose everything before I lose me. I'm going to lose everything and everyone before I lose me. And that's exactly what I did. And to this day, that is my testimony. To this day, I can say, Thanos, I'm Thanos, and I had to lose everything to gain my glory, and to gain my crown chakra, to gain my powers, to gain the ability to be free. However, if you have read the comic books, you know that all the superheroes that dismantled themselves or left or whatever at the end of the movie come back. They come back. So that's the catch. Everyone comes back. But you have to stay tuned for the next movie. It'll probably come out in like 2-3 years, but let's see. Or maybe in the next year and a half, who knows. But all of these characters, somewhere along the line, will have to face either their glory, their righteousness, or their complete illusion that they've created for themselves. The illusion of, I won. Oh, wow, look, I won. Oh, look, Madeline didn't win anything. And then in that moment, Thanos also has his illusion where he said, I have everything. I lost everything, but I have I have it. And he doesn't really have it. And that's the catch. And that's going to be the catch for me. That in the future, I'm going to look back to this moment and I'm going to say, I didn't really have it. And I'm going to look back in this video. I already feel the sorrow and pain in my heart. And I'm going to tell myself, I didn't really have it. So I had to let go of it all. You know, I didn't really have it. Whatever I lost and everything wasn't it. You know, I was it. I am the key. I have the keys. And I have the total control and power over my destiny. Not anyone else. Not any spirit. Not any entity. Not even the Christ himself. As he knows and that entity knows that I love him very, very much and very dear. Heru is very dear to me. And that Christ that you guys call Jesus Christ to me is Heru. And he knows that I love him very, very much. And that it's okay. You know? It's okay. So that's it for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I relate to the movie Avengers and just give you guys a little video, and hopefully it resonates with somebody out here and that these 20 minutes aren't too long for you guys to watch. But if you haven't watched the movie, please go ahead and do so. It's fantastic, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day wherever you are, and that this video resonates with you, and stay tuned for announcements and videos to come with information, lots and lots of information. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.